Hey, Blue Table fans, Sean here, and we are going to take a look at one of the most obscure Age of Sigmar armies that you can have, and it's the Spiderfangs, and this is basically the spider things from the old Orc and Goblins line. And in fact, if you decide to play this faction, there's only 3 types of models that are published for it. The main one is the Arachnarok spider. And this model is just really cool. Here it's shown with a rectangular base. The new ones probably have an oval base. And this model just has so much potential. It looks so cool. And it's just really fantastic. Oh, here's a picture of one that's like nothing on the back of it. That's kind of weird. But it's a great standalone model. I absolutely love it. So let's take a look at the Orcs and Goblins PDF, which can be had at no charge. So let me just do a control find. There we go. There we go, Arachnarok spider. So there's 2 versions you can have. One is with the Flinger, and the other one is with a Goblin Shaman on it. Now the Shaman, to my mind, is the one that you're going to want. Now there is a formation for this, and you're going to base your army off of this. Let me just find it really quick. So, oh, there you go, Spiderfang Venom Mob. So basically, to build this, you just need 3 Arachnaroks, 3 units of Forest Goblin Spider Riders, and 1 Goblin Big Boss on Gigantic Spider. Now, the power that these guys have is that if you roll a 2-hit roll, you get an automatic mortal wound, which is like it bypasses armor. So since you're doing that on the first roll, it's actually one of the best versions of poison that there is, probably the best. So the thing is, if you are near an Arachnarok in this formation, your other guys don't need to make battle shock tests, which is really nice. And you also add 1 to any roll to wound for the spider's fangs. Now that actually doesn't help them with the mortal wounds, because, so for example, you need a 4 up to hit. If you roll a 4 or 5, it's just a regular hit and not a poisoned one. So, but there are some ways to get some really good synergy going in this army. So let me just see if I can search my way back up to, oh my gosh. Okay, Goblin Big Boss on Gigantic Spider. So this is, let's take a look at the model for this. So you only need 1 of these. So here you go, $40, currently available. Oh, fantastic. I don't think that was available yesterday when I first started doing this show. So we're going to go ahead and get 3 Arachnaroks, 1 Grot Big Boss, and then of course you need Spider Riders that come in a box of 10. These are probably going to be really easy to find, like on eBay or whatever. In fact, let me just call up an eBay tab here, and you're not going to see me do this because I'm going to do it off screen. So the Spider Riders are actually, to my mind, a really cool model kit. The Forest Goblins just look really cool. Spider Riders Warhammer. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. So anyway, $35. They are temporarily out of stock. Don't worry about that. They'll be back. And here you go. Oh yeah, on eBay you can just find so much cheap stuff. I wonder if I have any on bluetablestore.com. Let me just go over there. Move to new window, and then we'll go Blue Table Store. Guy, this is, I'm sure you love hearing me say this. Okay, why is this not, is this a private tab? No, it's not. Alright, hold on. Because I put a lot, I have like 2,000 listings up. I put up about 150 in the last month or so. Okay, so anyway, so you need 3 units of these guys, so 30 guys. They're a load of fun to paint. And bluetablestore.com. Oh, it's because I wrote Boo Table Store. Okay, that's why I'm having a hard time with this. I'm like, I paid my things. All right. Let me just see if I can actually do this right. Hold on a second, guys. Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, so effectively this army has 7 units. It's going to be a lot of fun to play. It's fast moving. It has some decent range stuff. So here you go, bluetablestore.com. So let's type in spider and see if anything comes up. And yeah, I just put up a lot of box skits. Oh, here you go. Here's some spider riders. Oh, and there's an Arachnarok in here. That's really cool. No crew or howdah, though. Anyway, so yeah, typically I do them for about half off. So there you go. Night Goblin Spider Riders lot. Oh, great. No picture. That doesn't help. So anyway, all right, let's go back. So in the Lord of the Rings section, you could actually make a couple of bosses quite easily by taking the extra parts from the forest goblins on these guys and just converting them into, you know, cool leader types and mounting them on another cool figure like this Shelob figure, which is pretty awesome. But I think that is a metal figure. This is by Reaper. I love this figure. It's so gross looking. Yeah, oh, it's just so sinister. Ooh, this thing just gives me the creeps, man. And it's only 18 bucks, so pretty sweet. And this thing's huge. So that would actually make a great boss mount for the entry for the Goblin Big Boss on Gigantic Spider. So his command ability is until the next hero phase, all Spiderfang units from your army that are within 8 inches, when they attack in the close combat phase, receive the blessing of the Spider God, which means our Spider Venom inflicts a mortal wound on a roll of 5 or more, and that is really going to help. The Spider Riders themselves have 2 attacks with their bows, so that's awesome. Their spears are actually pretty weak, so they do rely on that venom to get those mortal wounds. But it's the Spider's Fangs, 2 attacks. But it's the mass of these guys, because in combat you're going to be rolling 30 dice and getting mortal wounds on 6s, so that's an average of 5 mortal wounds. So these guys are just going to evaporate, and that's on 6s. It's 10 mortal wounds on, you know, the other, if they have the command ability on the Blessing of the Spider God. So basically, yeah, these guys, it's a very quick, very fun, theme-oriented army that's pretty easy to collect. You only need to buy like 7 kits for it. I was going to do them on, I can do this, was going to do it on the Warhammer site, but I can't get the other ones. So let's just do a rough calculation. 60, so that'd be 180 for the 3 Arachnaroks, 40 for this guy, so you're at 220, and then the Spider Riders at about another 100, so you're at right around 325 to get your starting army, which is pretty cool. And of course, you could just have BTP miraculously make this appear. So now on to other news. I've hired 12 new artists in the last month or so, and we are just barreling through our project. In fact, let's take a look at the project thing. So you can just see I take some pictures of staff and family and whatever. I write specials here, and I update this almost every day. I have like a little blurb, you know, what I was doing, who came in, and this, and that's not even everybody. Like today, like 3 artists came in. And let's see, so models incoming. So if you look at it, our project load is actually lighter than it's been, which is good. It means we're turning around a lot faster on average. And right now, out of those, most of them are actually in some form of production. Most of them are down here in active assembly. There's about 10 projects, and I think there's about 30 or 40 projects that are being worked on by this new crew. I just brought them on, and there's more like waiting in the wings, ready to get trained and equipped. But let me tell you, it's been quite. I mean, if you imagine, you know, equipping 12 new artists and each kit costs about $250 wholesale, you know, that's really something. And then look at down here under completed. Yes, I'm plugging Blue Table Painting. There's nothing more about spiders. You may as well just stop. Just go ahead, turn it off right now. And so anyway, just look at the completed projects. Hold on. No, I'm just going to keep rolling. And this is only recent history. I think it's like 500 or something like that. I don't know. Maybe someone will count. It could be less. We've done at least 6,000 projects lifetime. Oh, here's where they're in alphabetical order. This is when I transfer this over. I just take old pictures of old staff and move it down here. And so, yeah. And then these are my old posts at the very bottom. I just kind of keep them down here. So I'm updating things. I update this pretty much every day. Most of the time I do it multiple times a day. And so you're really in good hands with Blue Table Painting. We are definitely, in terms of work history, the most reliable studio that's out there. And there's a reason why we get a lot of business. Did want to plug the Sylvaneth. These guys are awesome. Oh my gosh, seriously. I love them. And I just put up a bunch of dryads on the Blue Table store here. And they are quite a bargain. So yeah, painted dryads. I put up maybe 40 of them. So 45 dryads. And they're painted and ready to go. For Age of Sigmar, they need to be moved to round bases, but you know, that's pretty easily done. But the new kits are just crazy. And what they did with Sylvaneth is they kind of just made it like a forest spirit army and published all these incredibly cool models. And I got my Sylvaneth book, me personally, and this thing is awesome. I've been reading it. I've been looking at, you know, how I'd like to play my army, what models I'd like in it, and I'm really excited. So guys, that is what I has for you. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you got some information of the day. 3, 2, 1.